I'm sorry. Hi, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and Professor Kahana, who, as you attempted, Professor Kahana is unable to speak as he suffered a stroke a while ago. He can speak slowly, but we were actually like to share a couple of thoughts that might be of use for you. The first thing, with respect to the question about leadership, it is our very deep stand that in this next decade, leadership is going to be measured by the 1.5 degrees that will sustain our livelihood on the planet. You know, leaders around the world, the Sustainable Development Goals are the framework for the first time in history we can all strive from common goals. And we believe that leadership and generate leadership, and especially the game changers and the change makers of today, must focus on the heart of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals as a metrics and a direction for us all. That's point one. Second, we wanted to mention that we want to introduce the notion, and it's very relevant to this conversation. We believe that on the planet right now, as we transition from an egocentric society to an eco-centric society, global-centric society, we are now in a very condensed period we call ethnocentric society, but it's really inside a huge transformation that we call TransformNations, because it's transformation on the level of nation of people. What we learned now with the coronavirus, that while each country was contained to manage on the ground for itself, the global solutions were and probably will be global. At the end of the day, it's nations that's going to work it out. And in that regard, we at the YKCenter are firm believers that the coronavirus was a preparation kit. The coronavirus was actually a gift. It gave us an opportunity to look at the situation and make the call about what kind of transformations are we going to take on. We proposed in the YKCenter that we actually are going through what can be called as reboot. Humanity is actually being invited to reboot, not to restart, not even to reset, but literally as in this discussion today, very big group of people as yourself in this occasion are discussing issues that were never dealt before. It's a global conversation. So we're already seeing the emergence of global beings and ecosystem. And we believe that if we pay attention to the next scale of transformation, it lives in nation, mega cities, parts of countries, tribes, large sums of people will undergo transformation. That's the challenge. And the good news that we prepared for that. And the good news that we assembled the model that actually allows, with the World Economy of Art and Science and some of the people that are participating on the call, to allow for that kind of transformation to happen. There's a model, and it's transformation in the scale most of us did not experience. And I'm talking about people like as myself, who've been engaged in nation and also a organization transformation. So that's the kind of message I wanted to extend on behalf of Kahana and I, and thank you very much for listening to us.
Thank you very much, and I think I'll speak everybody's mind in wishing health and recovery to Dr. Kahana, who is very close to me in his mentality, and really we all are very fragile, and let him get back to us as soon as possible.
I will, I promise, and he extends his love. You know, he loves people, and you know, he wanted to be able to speak. He sits, but he's listening. He's completely okay. He's gonna come back. He's doing a personal reboot. He will be back speaking soon.